edition of Smarknado. I'm your host, Eric Druckman. With me, as always, I thought it was the Undertaker at first with all the smoke, but it is the dirty Danaconda, Dan Cessnett. Dan, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, man. Things are really good. I love my family dearly, but I had a family-free day, so I got to get a lot of shit done around the house today. So yeah, things are good, man. Watched some soccer, watched some wrestling, wrote up my top 5 list, and just had a generally good day. How about you, brother?
Oh, so you just told me that you wrote your top 5 list. Did you amend it? Because I know that you had it ready for like a couple of weeks. We had this one in the.
I wrote it out. I amended it a little bit. I added a couple of honorable mentions.
Okay.
So
I like it, man. Yeah, I'm having a pretty good day today too. Got to spend some time at the gym. Stop by new ice cream shop that I was just telling you about. Of course,
all right.
We don't want to.
The ice cream was good. The ice cream was good. That's what we'll say.
Yeah, the ice cream was good, and we are Society of Scoop people here.
Yes, we are.
Yes. But every now and then, yeah, help the competition. Everybody loves everybody.
Support local businesses all the time.
Support local business, yeah.
Absolutely. 100%.
Dutch Otter, all of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are here today to talk some wrestling. Let's talk our top 5 for this week. And this is one that we kind of announced last week as well. Top 5 AEW championship reigns.
Kind of fitting now that they just brought on yet another title.
Dude, I'm glad that you brought that up because, I just want to be like, Tony, stop it, bro. Like it's okay where we're at right now. Like it's also one thing if like I can understand it if the unified title is going to be the unified title and we're not going to see the continental or international titles anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then I guess it's okay for the national title to be there. But if those titles are still going to split off, like, oh man, it is just so fucking crowded.
There's a lot, but it doesn't bother me. I don't know. I know it bothers some people. It's whatever. If you write a good storyline for it, I'm fine with it.
Did you see the backlash in regards to the name of the title too, and how they were, addressing the lineage of the title going back to the old NWA national title, and Billy Corgan and company are very upset because the NWA national title is still a title that like gets defended on their show every single week.
Wow, all six fucking people that watch NWA.
I knew you were going to say that, but also I think what's interesting is that they have erected this championship, and the guy who held the NWA national title first when they brought it back is Colt Cabana.
Oh, really?
So what an interesting angle that is. That
it's interesting. I don't think it plays a single bit of a part of it.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think you like put that idea in their head?
I don't think so. I doubt it.
Well,
that's digging deep. Maybe that's digging deep. I don't think so.
Yeah, so it's too many championships, man. And if I remember the original idea of the All Atlantic title, and they were doing this to an extent too, maybe just not like as often, but they wanted the championship to be a championship where it gets defended in other companies.
Yeah.
So they were doing that at first. They want the national title to be that title now. So
I'm okay with that. Let's just let it play. And what I think is if it's a cool looking fucking belt and it gets a good fucking run and somebody makes it prestigious. I mean, they're already talking about Bobby Lashley going after it. They're already talking about Ricochet going after it. I didn't see the rest of the
Shelton,
obviously they talked about that. I didn't see the rest of the Casino Gauntlet lineup, to be honest with you.
Did they even announce it?
I want to say they talked about it on this past Dynamite. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I just missed it, but
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not against it. I'm not for it. I'm very indifferent on it. If they play it right, I'm cool with it. If they don't, then it's just another thing that falls by the wayside.
Sure. All right, so let's go into the AEW championship reigns, our top 5 this week. Dan, start us off. Do you have any honorable mentions?
I have 2 honorable mentions. All right. The first one being MJF and his title reign. I don't know if that made your list, so I won't blow it up too much, but it was obviously the longest world title reign. Had some really banger matches, including the 60-minute Iron Man with Bryan Danielson. So I couldn't leave it out completely. It just didn't make my top 5. And say what you will about Chris Jericho, but I think his initial AEW world title reign was really important for the company. It was a name, and I just don't think it would have hit the same had Hangman been the first champion.
I agree with you there. I do. They definitely needed Jericho to get that boost. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I think those are good points. So my first honorable mention is a title reign that's happening right now, and obviously it didn't make my list because it's still ongoing. Okay. But I think when it's all said and done, Hangman Page's AEW title reign right now is going to go down as the best AEW Men's World Championship reign.
Depends on who his defenses are against, but I can agree with you.
Yeah, and especially because like it was just such a long story arc in order to get to this point.
Yeah,
I feel like they really need to deliver on this title run.
The payoff alone makes it worthy of an honorable mention.
Yeah. And I guess my other one is not necessarily AEW, but still under the AEW banner. Athena's Ring of Honor Women's Championship run, which is
a little bit of a technicality, I would say, but yeah, it's hard to not put it in a mention of a greatest title reign under that umbrella.
Yeah. Over 3 years as the champion. I mean, who else can do that right now?
Nobody.
All right, Dan, how about you start off for your number 5?
All right, so my number 5 was a really short title reign, but I enjoyed it very thoroughly. I think it was arguably the best TNT title reign. That's Miro.
Okay.
God's champion. I thought it was a really quality reign, although it was short. The Redeemer gimmick was really quality, and I really thought it was a reign that was carried on well.
Yeah. So I thought that was a really fun reign. I thought that was a good way to like reintroduce Miro with like this new persona, and it kind of showed that he can work the AEW style too.
Yes,
as much as like he didn't always agree with what the booking was. Yeah, and this also had to make me think too. Short TNT title runs, and maybe I was thinking along the lines of greatest championship reigns with this top 5, and that's why it's always subjective. But I can't go without mentioning that I think Brody King had such a memorable TNT championship run in terms of like
Brody Lee
or Brody Lee. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, because he's not in the forefront of your mind now, I guess that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, you just choosing a short championship reign that was fun automatically put my mind to that. And like, how great that was and what could have been, All right, so my number 5 is the current WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill's TBS Championship reign. I felt like, I kind of had to put this on the list, even though like the matches were they all that great quality all the time? No, maybe around 10 minutes tops for every single match. I mean, but I would still say like Goldberg had one of the greatest WCW championship reigns, despite match quality suffering sometimes, like still a dominating champion. She was still impressive as hell. Somebody that like you saw on your TV, you weren't familiar with AEW, and you're just like, who the hell is that? WWE's getting that benefit right now, but this really did help AEW here, putting her as the first TBS championship, just setting that standard of a dominant reign. And I feel like that's what we have seen most of the time with the TBS championships reigns that have followed Jade Cargill. They have been dominant reigns.
Particularly the one going in currently.
Yeah, and she laid that groundwork for it. I mean, she defended against Ruby in the championship. She had Willow Nightingale, Layla Gray. I'm just reading the list. Athena, she defended against. A lot of people forget that.
Yep.
And then ultimately she lost to Statlander, and that was just kind of the right moment right there. And Jade Cargill, okay. Number 5.
All right. Good number 5, good pick. Not the AEW style, obviously, not the work rate style that we're used to, but definitely if you're talking dominant, I don't think that you could argue having that on top 5. My number 4 is Belt Collector Kenny and his heel title run. 346 days. Not a lot of defenses, but really good stuff. Not high level, but think about Christian Cage, Jungle Boy, Ray Phoenix, Orange Cassidy, and Pac. Just a really good run, and my favorite version of Kenny outside of Japan.
Yeah, man, that was the championship run that the American audiences needed to see in order to really, view Kenny Omega as this larger than life star that had been advertised to them from what his work in Japan. He actually got to see it here, and when he was the belt collector. And I mean, like, it was just another layer of his heel character, just like the Cleaner. Yep. Love it, man. All right, my number 4 is Orange Cassidy's All Atlantic / International Championship reign. I'm not going to leave too much out of it because I got a sneaky suspicion that he's on your list too. But just some of the title reigns that he had, that's definitely worth mentioning. Zack Sabre Jr. Like, do you even think about that? That Orange Cassidy beat Zack Sabre Jr.? That's pretty crazy to think about, right? He defended against Bandito, Buddy Matthews, Swerve, Kyle Fletcher. Yeah, I mean, it was just an amazing run, and this was the championship run for Orange Cassidy that made people say, like, he's the work rate guy in this company. He's the one that you can put into the middle of the card every single week and just have like a 4 to 5 star match.
Yep. That's all I'll say.
Yep. All right.
All right. My number 3 is another short one because apparently I didn't understand the assignment.
It's all subjective, man. It's
okay. That is Cody Rhodes and his TNT Championship reign.
That's my number 3 also.
Okay, good. This was a really important reign. Another one where it made the title feel big right from the get-go, and it brought in the likes of Ricky Starks, Eddie Kingston. Just a short run, but a really effective run.
Yeah, that's what I have right here in my notes too, man. This was just a really important run. It wasn't always about like the match stealing the show, but like Cody Rhodes was there to like really elevate a lot of people, especially with the TNT Championship Open Challenge. Like you said, introduced us to Ricky Starks, introduced us to Eddie Kingston on a national stage. Not to mention his matches against Sammy Guevara, the crazy ladder match that he had.
Yep.
His feud with Malachi Black, him defending it against Miro, can't go unmentioned too. Mm-hmm. It was, Cody was one of the pivotal title reigns in AEW history.
Yeah. It makes me happy that Cody went on and did exactly what he wanted to do. Like he got to do all these things in AEW that he wanted to do. Not some of them not so great, but some of them like the title run were really, put him in the history books for that company for sure.
Yeah. And I guess like more as time goes by, I really wonder if Cody booking himself to never win the world championship was completely just deliberate so he could go back to WWE.
Whatever it was a mistake because he still could have won that championship, and I think it would have given WWE even more leverage, even more. Look, we have their guy now.
Yeah.
So
for sure. All right, Dan, you're number 2.
All right, my number 2 is not the greatest tag team of all time, but the greatest AEW tag team of all time. That's Kenny and Hangman's AEW tag title run.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The storytelling that went on throughout the entirety of it was just A+. The match quality was as good as anything AEW has ever produced, in my opinion. And I don't know what else to say about it.
I was actually thinking about tag team championship reigns when going over this top 5, and I could not pick a singular tag team championship reign that stood head and shoulders above everyone else's. But I will say that I thought that Kenny Omega and Hangman were definitely my favorite tag team champions.
Okay.
But yeah, I think there is something to be said that there hasn't been this tag team reign that your mind automatically goes to for the AEW tag team championships.
The Bucks had a really good one, their first one.
Yeah,
that was almost a year.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Maybe it's just my line of thinking, but
the tag team wrestling in AEW never played out as it was supposed to, I don't think. I think that they really wanted to make it a focal point, and it never played out that way, many things that they wanted to do.
True. All right, so my number 2, already mentioned by Dan, is MJF's World Championship run. I thought that this was, to this date, the best world title run of anyone that's been out there. I mean, him also being just such a hated heel, I think that made it more exciting over the course of the year for all these different guys to come forward who can finally just take this guy down. I mean, he had Ricky Starks, he had Bryan Danielson in a 60-minute Iron Man match, and I think that was the match for MJF that really made him universally respected in the wrestling business.
Yep.
As someone that is a promo guy, but is also can hang with the best of them and can do it all, really.
There was a couple stinker feuds in there.
You had the Four Pillars. The Four Pillars feud wasn't that great. The Adam Cole feud, we know how that ended. But
the Jay White feud was
Jay White wasn't that great. But Kenny, that was a good one. I thought that him bringing new life out of Daniel Garcia was really good in this championship run too. And then at the end with Samoa Joe there, I guess the only thing I really would have changed about it was the whole thing with Adam Cole.
Yeah.
And kind of becoming a baby face.
Didn't really work.
It didn't. No, it did not work. But still, of all the championship runs, I for the AEW Men's World Championship, I think that his is the best to me.
Okay. Again, subjective list. That's why I mentioned it up top, because I do think that it belongs somewhere near this. I think that it got stale at times, and that's why I like some of these shorter title reigns, just because it didn't really get a chance to get stale.
Sure. I totally get that.
All
right. Without further ado, our number ones.
I mean, you already mentioned it. It's Orange Cassidy in his international championship reign. 33 defenses. Like you said, Zack Sabre Jr., Swerve, beat Gabe Kidd. Shibata, Pac, the feud with Pac was just outstanding. It's just it's the best reign that AEW's ever had. It made him a star.
Yeah.
Maybe not a household name by any stretch of the imagination, but it made him a wrestling star.
I think you could argue it made him a household name. Then again, like, all household names are completely relative. But yeah, everything we've said everything we can about this championship reign.
Sure. Now I'm intrigued by your number one.
All right, my number one. When looking at the history of AEW, looking at the different time frames, the beginning of the company, the modern day, I just kind of threw all those time frames out the window because my number one is timeless. My number one is timeless Tony Storm's women's championship reign that just ended recently.
Okay.
The most recent one.
Okay.
The most recent one, but my God, man, she just ran through everyone. Mariah May, that feud is just going to go down as one of the best that AEW's ever done.
Probably.
I'm being honest.
Probably.
Those matches were just unbelievable. The physical limits that she put herself through, especially as a woman in a major wrestling promotion, is something that's not very often seen. Her blood, how bloody like her matches would get and stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
She just raised the bar, man. And between character, between promo, always had a good opponent in there. I think what says so much about her reign was the decision to put Tony over Mercedes Moné at All In 2025.
Yeah,
just like she is that over that you're going to put her over this internationally known superstar who's made a huge name in WWE that is just known beyond professional wrestling. But she is just so over that you cannot let that championship go.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, she even beat Athena, and you thought Athena was going to be the one that was finally going to beat her too.
I love the pick. I think it's a great pick. I'm ashamed that I didn't have any women's wrestlers on my list because there was some good ones. Hikaru Shida's run was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Britt Baker even had a run that was decent. You know what I mean? Like, there's been some decent runs. Jade was a mention of yours, but congratulations on not being a misogynist.
Hey man, wow! I won one over you for once.
Congratulations! I'm proud of you, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Well, I think it's only appropriate. Maybe next week we'll have top 5 women's wrestlers.
I think that's probably something that we should do. Really
across all promotions.
Imagine if my list was just all 5 men.
I thought you were going to take a Dylon approach and all 5 of your picks are Asuka.
That should be. I miss Asuka so much. One of the things I miss about WWE. I don't even think she's wrestling right now.
Did you see the clip that happened on SmackDown?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God. So Charlotte Flair's getting medical attention. Alexa Bliss is helping her out. And then the doctor appears right next to them, takes off her face mask. It's Asuka, and she missed both of them and leaves.
She's a treasure.
I don't know. It was just kind of lame. But
I mean, it's very WWE, but I love Asuka, so it's funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's talk Dynamite.
Yeah, let's totally talk Dynamite. All right, so Dynamite started appropriately with the Ops interrupting Tony Schiavone. This is something that kind of crossed my mind
Okay.
last week when this whole thing happened with Hangman and Tony. Like, I was like, oh, Tony's in on it with Hangman.
Yeah.
So
That thought crossed my mind too.
yeah, so like I thought it was only appropriate that like the ops were just threatening to fucking murder Tony Schiavone.
It made sense.
Yeah, I mean Tony, like you went along with it, bro. But obviously that didn't end up happening. They got Eddie Kingston and Hook and Hangman coming out, and they were all fighting with each other. They're already scheduled for their main event 6-man tag, and it got so intense in there that Joe decided that he's going to put the 6-man trios championships on the line at the main event. All right. So next we had Blood and Guts Advantage match number 1, Claudio versus OC. Just
Speaking of the workhorse.
Yeah, we've seen these guys wrestle so many times. I mean, for me, even going back to like when they were in Chikara with each other. So these guys know each other like the back of their hands. Excellent match. I think the right guy won. I know you're like a huge OC stan. Obviously, he was your number 1, and you told me many times, and it's quite evident. But I just think that Claudio he's just such an imposing presence that I never mind him beating anybody.
No, he should be winning matches. He should be winning matches in Orange Cassidy. He's gonna show out in the Blood and Guts match. I have no doubt about that. But
yeah, I honestly like if they want to make the Death Riders like strong going into the Blood and Guts match, I think that is the way to go. Because ultimately, I think that they're going to lose the Blood and Guts match just as a continuation of the storyline with Moxley kind of chickening out lately. And
that would all track. It makes sense. And the heels should have the advantage in a match like that. It's just
for sure.
It's just a better storytelling device.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have Kyle Fletcher and Mark Briscoe in the ring with each other. No, wait, they're not.
Backstage.
They're backstage. But basically, what this led to is that Mark Briscoe, if he loses this opportunity against Kyle Fletcher, he ends up joining the Don Callis family, and we'll have to leave the conglomeration forever.
I like a good stipulation. This is a good stipulation.
He's got to win. I think
Mark Briscoe wins.
I think he wins too.
I think he wins, and I think that pushes Kyle Fletcher to the main event scene.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And Mark Briscoe is at a certain level in AEW right now where if you lose to him, you're not really that damaged in terms of like where you are on the card. Like
absolutely not.
He's built up enough,
mojo.
You know what I mean? Mojo, yeah. Can't find the words tonight. I don't know what it is. All right. But yeah, really looking forward to that match. So $1 Million Trios match is official at Full Gear. For $1 million, Kenny Omega is going to team with Jurassic Express to face Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks. And obviously the pot is $1 million on the line. What do you think of this, Dan?
I think it's a weird pay-per-view match.
Yeah, I think so too. It feels very thrown together.
Yeah. But I mean, that doesn't mean it's not going to be a great match. It's just more. I think the Bucks and the money matches are getting a little bit old.
Mm-hmm. I think this
is storyline.
This is only a vehicle to further like the story between Kenny and the Bucks.
Yeah.
Like, are they going to like make up or are they not? I think this is just another match where they're going to have this interaction that is going to make us question,
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I agree with you.
All right. So Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament quarterfinal. The Babes of Wrath. Fantastic name.
Great play on words. I love it.
Yeah. Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron. They faced Athena and Mercedes Moné, who were the heavy favorites going into this matchup.
I said last week I thought they were going to be the ones that won the whole thing.
Yeah, man. Wait. Just comes to show that we don't know shit. Right here, man. Yeah.
I couldn't fantasy book my way out of a wet paper bag.
Basically, interference here. Billy Starks came out for some hijinks, wanting to throw the title to Athena. And then that led to Chris Statlander coming out and evening the odds, caused a big distraction for everybody. And, the Babes ended up winning. And how about Harley Cameron getting the pin over Athena?
Pretty wild, man. Athena got to lose the title someday.
Yeah. I don't think that Harley's the one to beat Athena,
me neither. But
I feel it has to be somebody that's a killer that beats Athena.
Makes her look vulnerable.
Yeah. But it's fun. I'm here for it.
Me too.
All right. So next, Casino Gauntlet announced for the AEW National Championship. We talked enough about this earlier.
We did.
About all the people that we mentioned were involved in this segment. Jurassic Express. They show some charity. The Young Bucks. They Jack Perry stuck a large knife and $100 bill outside the Don Callis family locker room. Yeah, that was funny.
I thought it was funny when he had to tell Luchasaurus to leave it there. That gave me a little.
Oh yeah, he came back and tried to take the $100 bill. Yep. All right, next, Blood and Guts Advantage Battle Match 2, Darby Allin and Daniel Garcia. This is a really good match.
These two have wicked chemistry going.
Maybe my favorite match on the show, to be honest with you.
Probably the best match of the night.
Yeah, and once again we have Darby winning with the Scorpion Deathlock. I kind of like the way that he applies it.
How he bends back a little bit extra.
Yeah.
He's a little bit more flexible than Sting.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome, man.
It is.
Yeah, the right guy won here, and obviously we're going to get the rubber match on Collision between Roderick Strong and Jon Moxley for the final advantage.
So Mox probably wins that one, I'd imagine, with some interference of some sort.
All right, FTR was out next, just being the biggest shit heels ever. Just taunting Bandito's grandmother
and brother, I think.
Brother, yeah, just being real condescending. Dax was doing that thing where he asks somebody a question, he gives the microphone to them, and then he takes it right back right away before they can answer. Just really infuriating stuff.
FTR Stokely watching The Wire had me fucking just makes me love him even more. Every Wire reference I get is just that good.
I think the moment here absolutely was Brody King's arm coming out the wall and choking Stokely. That was just phenomenal.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. Yep. And this all happened when the FTR was about to give the spike pile driver to Gravity, Bandito's brother, but Bandito and Brody King came out for the save, and yep, they're going to face off at the pay-per-view, and we're both of the mind that FTR is probably going to win this, right?
I agree. Yeah, I think we have the same thought process here. Brodito is fun and great, but FTR is a legendary tag team, and time for them to have another run. Maybe build this tag division up a little bit more.
And maybe they can end up having the run where it's like, oh, FTR, best title run in AEW history.
We'll see. There's some really good tag teams out there, so.
There are. All right. Women's Blood and Guts Advantage match. Megan Bayne, Mina Shirakawa. This was fun. I mean, I think the person that won was who I was expecting to win. But then we got the twist of Marina Shafir coming out and choking out Tony. Do you think that there's a chance that Megan Bayne and Shafir end up winning the tag team titles?
I don't know. The way it's looking, I like Willow and Harley to win it all.
Oh wow. Okay. I like it. All right. Finally, AEW World Trios Championships. Got the Ops defending against Hangman, Hook, and Eddie Kingston. This was a good match. I think really the highlight of the matches of this match was the moments where Hook just went to Suplex City and just threw Powerhouse Hobbs over his head. Like that was just crazy.
He's really fucking. He's not great on the mic. We all know that, but he is really fucking impressive. His father taught him well in the suplex game.
Yeah, without a doubt. It was great to see Eddie Kingston in here too. Yeah. I couldn't help but think in this match though, I just want to see Eddie Kingston with a little bit more of a spotlight in him. Let's build to something really meaningful with him. You know, maybe there will be more to this Ops feud. You know, we'll see more of him. Who knows? But I definitely need more Eddie Kingston. And yeah, I think that this was the right decision here. With Hook tapping out to Powerhouse Hobbs, putting him in the torture rack. I kind of see something with like Hook and the Ops right now, kind of similar to like Tommy Dreamer and ECW, just like always losing all the time, but like finally, like the moment's going to be big when Hook finally gets one over on the Ops. But I think we're going to see like, we've already seen Joe beat him. We've seen Hobbs beat him this week. I think Shibata is probably going to beat Hook too, but I think he's going to. It's going to motivate him to get better and better, and come back and beat them.
Yeah, I love him in the ring. I really do. I like his style a lot. I always have. He's just a pure wrestler. You know what I mean? Like not a pure wrestler, just an actual amateur throwing guys type wrestler. And I like that.
I like it too. Yeah. All right. So this edition of Dynamite is over. I think something that we need to mention though, coming out of this week, Okada returned to New Japan and he has challenged Tanahashi to his final match at Wrestle Kingdom on January 4th. I think we had already talked about who might be his final match. I think we did already mention Okada. Like this makes too much sense, right?
Yeah, it's his ultimate rival, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from what I understand, the lifespan of his career, I would say that's the biggest one.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a special moment, man. I bet it's
going to be pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah, and then we have Takeshita going up against... I'm trying to think. Takeshita's facing Yota Tsuji.
Okay.
And they had some really good matches with each other during the G1.
All right. Well, maybe I don't know, man. I've been getting up at like 4 a.m. lately, so I don't know. I might be able to get up an hour and a half earlier to watch Wrestle Kingdom live this year.
Maybe I'll take the days off. Maybe I'll come over to Troy and at 4 a.m. and try not to get mugged.
That'd be rad. My neighborhood's not that bad. Jesus. My wife.
I'm thinking at 4 a.m. That's all.
It ain't West Baltimore, for Christ's sakes.
That's true. It's not The Wire.
No.
All right. Collision tonight. Let's just run down the matches, who we think is going to win. First men's blood and guts advantage match is going to be Moxley against Roderick Strong. And, winner gets Marina Shafir. John Moxley wins here. I think that they
Moxley is cucking Roddy.
Probably. Like you said before, I think that it's best that the heel team has the advantage.
For sure.
The deck is stacked
against
the baby faces. Then we got women's blood and guts advantage match. Jamie Hayter versus Sky Blue.
Hayter.
I think Jamie wins that, yeah. But then the advantage match 3 is Harley Cameron versus Tekla. I got Tekla
wins. Yeah.
Yep.
Again, for all the same reasons.
Faux show. All right, Dan. I think that's all we got for this week.
That's it, man. Quick wrap up this week.
As always, guys, follow us on Instagram at Smarknado, on Twitter at Smarknado1. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and go check out our QR code right up there. All of our stuff's there.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.